Hello, 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 hello. I'm happy and you keep on coming to this channel. Today we are talking about why I started teaching piano, or why I started teaching piano. To be specifically, is it piano for beginners? I'm sure most of you would like to know why I started teaching piano. So I'll give you a brief history about piano in my life, a brief history about piano. When I was growing up, we used to have a very big piano with this color, purple, orange, lemon green, yeah. Is that lemon green, purple, or orange? I know you know it's lemon green. So we used to have a piano like this in our house. And I did a little music in JSS, which I wasn't good at all. I don't like theoretical things. There was no keyboard, there was no piano in the class, and we are learning piano. Things like that, you'll never get me score anything for that. So my music in school was poor because the piano was paper or theoretical and not practical. And when we were there, few of our brothers knew how to play. To be specific, one brother, Piero, and Jeffrey Sappho, they were very good at playing the keyboard, and some of us, we were able to play about one or two. If I remember, God, You Are So Good was one of my favorite songs that I was able to play when I was a kid. And also, in My Dear Co, some Ghana song. That one I forgot how to play even along the line. But recently I realized it's 1-4-1-5 progression. So I was also playing that. And when I started working and I started working, I don't know whether I got married or before, I bought a piano for myself just to be in the house. I didn't know how to play. So the piano was just sitting there doing nothing. Occasionally I sit behind and play God, You Are So Good. And in My Dear Co, I have forgotten how to play it, so I didn't even know how to play it. So along the line in the church, there were people playing the piano in the church. But there's one thing I observed in the church that prompted me to move into piano playing is when it's time for praises, we have guys who were always playing the song, the praises song. They were always playing praises. When it's time for praises, you see them playing. But when it's time for hymns, you see that the choir will sing without anyone playing. And I observed it in about 1 or 2 of the churches that I was in. For the big churches and the Orthodox churches, I know they were playing. They were doing very well when it comes to hymns. But other small churches were struggling when it comes to hymns. So in my church, at Assemblies of God, Committee 18, I realized that when it's time for the choir, nobody plays for them. So then my question was, why is this guy able to play the praises, and when it comes to worship, when it comes to worship, they are able to play. When it comes to praises, they are able to play. But when it comes to hymns, then there was nobody. Then the question was, what is the difference between worship, hymns and praise, that these people are able to play worship and praise, and they are not able to play hymns. So that's moved me into researching why that. And so I started searching on computer, not YouTube. I think those days YouTube was not popular. So I started researching on computer about playing some hymns. So I'll go on the internet, read. You know, the keyboard was in the house, but I wanted to read to understand so that I'll start playing something. So after reading, I realized that, let me go to a piano school. So I enroll in Music Mosaic. It was at Carnation, North Carnation. So I don't know whether after work or something in the night I go for the lesson. When I went there, they took me through how to read. You know, I told them I want to play for the choir and all those things. So they took me how to read notes. Then I realized that the way these people are teaching me, even my teacher said that it looks as if you are in a hurry to go and play. Take your time and, let's take you through. And I realized that it can take me 2, 3, 4, or 5 years to get to where I want to get to. So after the first course, I just abandoned the class. I abandoned the school. I said, no, these people will not be able to help me. I need to move faster. So I went back to the computer and still started researching and started pulling some information, and I started playing the hymns small. I was playing, but I didn't understand much of the things. So I was playing. So after a little training, I decided that, okay, now I'm going to join the choir to play the hymns for them. So the first day, I decided to play for them. I've forgotten the song, Ancient of Days. When it's time for me to play that song, I'll tell you the song. It's something ancient of days or something, not the current. There's another song, ancient something. So I went behind, everybody was looking at me, the church was quiet, and when it was time, I've already mentioned to the choir master, on Saturday they've told me the song they are going to play, and I don't know whether I did practice with them or not, but Sunday, I just got up when they called the choir to come and sing. The instrumentalists, the keyboardists, they abandoned the keyboard, and I went and sat behind. And guess what? I messed up big time. I couldn't play. Everything was off. Things did not go. Tension, pressure, all eyes on me, and I have to stop. And that is life for you. In life, you face challenges, but when you fall down, you should not stay down. So I have to allow the choir to sing without me able to play with. There's pressure on me, as if there's a hot cold on me, but hot fire on my head, but I have to sit down. I am tough. I've toughened myself already. And so there was a brother who normally comes to the church to also teach the children how to play keyboard. So fortunately, I heard the announcement that day or the following week or something, that brother will be coming. So I met him after church, and I narrated this thing, and he told me, play something and let me see. So I think I played one of the songs that I have picked from the computer. So after playing, he says, okay, I see, I know your problem. Then he started taking me through. His his company name now is called Ken Music. Ken Music. I'm sure very soon you'll see him on YouTube if he's not on YouTube, because very soon I will also tell him to come on YouTube because he's very good. So Brother Ken started taking me through, shaping me. So with his mentoring and his teaching, I was able to understand some of the things I learned on the computer. It wasn't YouTube. Those days, it wasn't YouTube. So I was learning straight from the computer and applying it in the house. So I did that. So it got to a time, I say, in order for me to, I don't have too much interest in music, but in order for me to be able to master, then I have to start teaching people. So I started going around, I went house to house. I printed flyers. I printed. I did adverts in the graphic and all those things. You see how serious I was. So I did adverts. People were calling me all over the place. Started teaching people. And the purpose of teaching people was not to make money. I was making a little money, but was not to make money. But at that time, I think it was to challenge me to perfect myself in the keyboard. You know, when I go and teach, I will face challenges and it will help me to perfect myself. So I was teaching. When the calls were coming and people were calling me, then I gave some of the people to my friend Ken, the one who was teaching me. So I did that, and a lot of people were also learning the keyboard in the church, and within the shortest time, I was called into ministry to preach or to be a pastor in another church. So by so doing, I stopped, playing the keyboard and also teaching. When I went to that church, Prevailing Word, there was also a challenge, people to play the keyboard, and you meet people, you bring in people, they are only interested in playing the keyboard. They are not interested in the Word of God. Sunday school, they will not be there. When it's time for playing the keyboard, they come and sit down, and I wasn't happy about it. I said, this thing is serious. Why is it that church members, Christians, cannot play the keyboard, but always we have to go and bring unbelievers, people? In my previous church, we have to bring people from outside to come and play. We pay them. They are not interested in the Word of God. All that they are interested in, they play the keyboard. And so then it became a burden on me that I have to teach. And thank God I met a good friend. If I say a good friend, I met YouTube. And when I saw the YouTube, I met a friend who introduced me. I have always loved YouTube, but I didn't know how to be on YouTube. So I was in an office with a friend who just told me, oh, YouTube is just like WhatsApp, you just set up, and the person took me through and I started. So I started teaching. I saw that this is a great opportunity. This is a big platform that I can teach as many people as possible. So the purpose of my teachings is to get most youth in various churches, apart from teaching people who are not Christians, the main purpose is to get as many Christians as possible to play the drums, to play the keyboard. We should let our children play drums, play keyboard, play guitar, so that we will always have Christians who can do what? Who can play for the church. And this is what moved me into coming on YouTube. And in future, only God knows, I can also make a little money on YouTube. But for the start, the main purpose is to get as many young Christians as possible to learn how to play the keyboard. So I try to make it as simple as anything for anyone who wants to learn. So please come to Easy Piano Lesson, Easy Piano PKLARBI. relaxation channel, and you can get easy piano lesson for yourself. This is why I started teaching piano. I'm not a music person, but I moved to teach as many Christians as possible how to play the piano, so that in our various homes, in our various churches, with our friends, we can enjoy ourselves, we can have fun together. So this is why I started teaching piano. Bye, and see you in the next lesson. Don't forget to share this video. Also, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, go under the video, subscribe, press thumbs up to like the video. And I also designed t-shirt, this nice t-shirt that I'm wearing. I'll leave my contact under the video at the end of the video, so that if you are interested in designer's t-shirt, that's t-shirt with African fabric. I do different designs. I can use kente, I can use different fabrics. Just contact me and get your design in order. Bye, and see you in the next lesson.